I don't have it all figured out either. A year ago, I would have thought I had it all figured out when I just got this apartment. I had everything figured out in my head. I already knew what my plan was, getting this apartment and staying here for maybe 2 to 3 years before moving out and, moving into my husband's house. Oh my God. Life would have probably been looking at me from one corner and be thinking, this girl thinks it's that easy. But I later realized that it doesn't work the way we always plan it to work. Independence is hard. I'm 23 and I sometimes cry myself to sleep thinking that I have failed myself, and I probably have failed myself for doing that in the first place. It took me so much strength not to fall into depression the past few weeks because of so many things I was going through, so many things I had bottled up inside me. But I feel now that I have had the best cry of my life exactly a week ago. Today, yes, today, a week ago, I had the best cry of my life. So here's what happened. I traveled home because it was my leave from work, and I spent about 2 weeks of it in Benin City, where I'm from, with my family. And to be very honest, it was a breath of fresh air. There was space. I practically live in like 4 corners in this particular apartment, and there was my room, my brother's room, my mother's room, the parlor, the kitchen, all the bathrooms and toilets, and the 3 verandas, and there was just so much space, and I felt like I could breathe and I didn't have to be confined into a room. Then most importantly, there was family and friends. Very important. People you could actually talk to without fear of being judged, and actually be yourself around them. To be honest, it felt like heaven to be in a place where I was surrounded with so much warmth, laughter, family, happiness. But the very day I stepped my leg into Lagos, the very day I came back to Lagos, I was greeted with such a mess. My house was literally falling apart. Like, even now I feel like the house can just collapse on me at any moment. Just coming into my house, opening the door and seeing this was so much pain. I don't know how to describe it, but it didn't look like a place where someone actually lived in, where I bathe in, where I eat in, where I cook in, where I sleep in. And I paid so much money for this place. So for someone that is broke, it was a lot, really. I'm still thinking of how I'm going to sort out another year rent, and now I have to move out. These people have no conscience. The money I paid here would actually rent me like a full duplex in Benin City. No jokes. Cheers. So, aside from being broke and having home issues, I'm like 2 months away from being homeless. I was also having love issues. So I feel like love is a trap, but the kind of trap that is worth falling into, because someday it's going to end very beautifully and you're going to live happily ever after, in most cases anyways. And all your problems then become a thing of the past. This is my hope. At a point, I had thought of setting up some sort of GoFundMe, for rent, because I gotta live somewhere. But then I thought about it, There are a lot of people who are homeless right now, and everyone is facing one problem or the other, and that's just the truth. I mean, I'm not selfish. I'm actually really grateful for the fact that I still have a roof over my head, even if it's a leaky one, and the fact that I'm still alive, and the fact that there's still hope for me. I never lose hope. I might not have it all figured out now, but I am not alone. If you are a young Nigerian in your 20s living in Nigeria, kudos to you. Fighting all odds and trying to make something good out of a messy situation and an even messier country. We don't get enough credit. I just want people to know that it's not all rosy with me, because I do have a few, people on my WhatsApp that think it is, and that is so weird. I am having it as hard as, majority of every young adult in their 20s right now. Perhaps even more harder because, independence is something else. It's not always going to be like this. It's a phase and it will pass. But we do need to support each other. Okay, part of my plans of getting things together is making YouTube one of my sources of income, which is why you should subscribe and watch my videos. I don't know when I'm going to do like a video of house hunting, an apartment tour, setting up like a new YouTube studio, since my house is falling apart, and since I have to get a new place. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know when I'm going to get a new place. I don't even know if I'm going to continue staying in Lagos, because right now I don't know what next, but that's fine. I do know it'll be pretty soon, just like whatever you're hoping for and whatever you're praying for to happen in your own life, it's going to happen for everybody. It's just a matter of time. Everyone is going to be fine. Really, be strong like I am.